All right, 12.5 line of best fit. We're going to run through a quick one or two problems to remind you on how to find the line of best fit using your graphing calculator. If you need to, there are directions here to assist you. But if not, follow along with the instruction in the video and we should be okay. So using our graphing calculator, we want to make sure it's on. And then the first thing we want to do is touch the stat button. So the stat button is right here. So we get to this menu. We want to go to edit, so we hit enter. And we're going to enter the x values for our coordinates on L1 and the y values on L2. So we've got -4. And I tend to do all of the x values first and then go back and do the y values. All right, so now that we have all those values entered into our stat or our lists, we can now go ahead and try to find our equation for the line of best fit. To do that, we're going to press the stat button again. So we've got the stat button. We hit stat. We hit over to the right on the directional pad, so we're on the calculate menu, and we go down to linear reg or linear regression. From here, we should see this screen. We hit enter. Depending on your calculator, you might have to enter a few more times until it says calculate, but for the TI-84 Plus Silver Edition that I have, it automatically brings up this screen. On this screen, it tells you what your slope would be, in this case 0.759, with your y-intercept of 0.57. So we can create our equation for our line of best fit. It's going to be y equals 0.759, or let's say 0.76x plus 0.57. And that's our line of best fit. I'm going to leave it up to you to graph the points on the grid and then draw your line of best fit on this coordinate plane. That should be review for us, so I'm going to only focus on creating the equation for line of best fit. So let's look at another example. So in this example, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to stat. We're going to edit the list to put in our x values and our y values. And then we're going to create linear regression. So go ahead and enter your x and y values on list 1 and list 2. Now that we have our points input into our L1, L2 lists, we can go to stat again. We're going to conduct our linear regression. So we go to the right to calculate. We get down to option 4, lin reg. And we hit enter. Remember, for my calculator, it's just one more enter click. Some of you, it'll be a couple of enter clicks because you've got to go through a menu of list 1, list 2, and then calculate. But in this case, this is telling me that my equation for line of best fit is y equals -1.24x plus 2.45. All right, and so that'd be my equation for line of best fit. Then this little question here asks, when x is 25, what does y equal? Well, all you're doing for that question is you're plugging in 25 for x and calculating. And so if you put this in your calculator, you should be able to find the answer for what y equals. And I'll leave that up to you. The same thing with the graph. Make sure you plot your points. And also, you want to make sure you graph your line of best fit on that coordinate plane as well. If you have any questions on how to do this, try rewatching the first example. Or if you're still confused, ask questions during class.